going to be running a deck that I'm going to let Michael talk about.
All right. It looks to be a red purple mirror. They're both playing red purple. Kayla's deck list is somewhat straightforward. Unironically, that's my girlfriend. I helped her test. I helped her build the deck. It's honestly straightforward. 3 rabbit, 3 monstrous dragon, with the 2 Cusco, 3 Maui because it's not that good in the mirror. That's why we put it like that. And her opponent.
Very similar. I mean, we got the Mini and the Olaf for the ones. We got Mim and Cusco and Ambitions for the twos. Friends, Mini Surfer, Maleficent, and Merlin Crab for the threes. Also, Mim Fox for the threes. Fidget as
Fidget.
well.
Yep.
Merlin Goat, Rabbit, and Maui. We have a Lady Tremaine, Ursula, Be Prepared, Elsa. A much more straightforward, list, but also at the same time, like there's 2 cards that are different as far as
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like, but both these decks are just running a very classic all the way through. I believe one is running an a Elsa while the other runs an Yzma.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna get into this turn, 1 for each player. Sean inking the first turn but not playing, and Kayla putting a Olaf out on the field.
All right. Good start from Kayla. Not seeing a 1-drop really hurts. Let's see. And Cusco right there.
Cusco making his way into just about every purple deck.
Yeah, I've been seeing that card. That card's been nonstop appearing in deck lists.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like she has a 2-drop to my knowledge. Quest for 1. And looks like that's it. No 2-drop. Teeth and Ambition. Takes out the Cusco. Draws 1. And then draws for turn.
That Teeth and Ambition with the Olaf and Mini is such a great way to just control it early, quick, and just really put a stop to, especially the aggro. I think that's that play entirely is what stopped aggro from exploding.
Yeah. That was a great play on Kayla's part because it prevents any bouncing from occurring. So he draws for turn, draws Yzma. Just gonna ink the Yzma, and doesn't look like she has a whole lot going on. Gonna quest with the Olaf. Makes sense.
Yeah, he's pretty much free and clear to be
And
lost
pass.
at this point. He's done his value.
Yikes, passed again. Not drawing pretty well. It's gonna quest for 1 with the Fidget. Gonna play Fox, yep.
And then ink the Fidget. Again, letting that card get its value out and then just throw it away.
Yep, so Sean's at 1. Draws Ursula. So many uninkables. Has to ink another Yzma and then play Rabbit, it looks like.
Not many options in her hand at the moment.
Mini. All right.
Which at least gives her ink for next turn, which is good. I think that's a goat in the far left over there in her hand.
Yeah. Elects to play the Rabbit before inking. Smart. And then quest for 1 goes to 2. Silver back to Kayla. Draws a Surfer Mini of her own. Yep, ink the Mini.
She has a couple choices. Does she want to play that goat right now? Yep, looks like it. I get 1 lore off that goat. Going up to 3 now.
And probably questing 2. Or she could take out the Fox and just be neutral.
I feel
she's
like the better
debating.
play here, in my opinion, would just be questing because that Fox is going to want to take it out. What do you feel like the benefit of taking out the Fox is? Just to relinquish its ability to go back to hand?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, because a 2-drop Snake would have been brutal right there, in all honesty. Now Lady Tremaine comes down to take out the goat.
Quest for 1 with the rabbit. Goat's gone, but then Kayla getting 1 as well. Now Kayla at 4 and Sean at 3.
This actually isn't looking like a bad spot for Kayla. Probably good to ink the teeth, yep. And Lady Tremaine of your own to prevent any bouncing from occurring with the rabbit.
There's also the option to play the Maleficent for card draw and the Mini. It's going to go with Lady Tremaine. Giving him a card draw. I think that's a tough one. It's a good play because it evens out the board, but Almost that evasiveness is kind of, again, I think I lean really hard into evasive being a great thing that I don't think enough people use.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, there goes the evasive coming down on Sean's side.
Sean goes to 5.
Oh, and then miming back the Lady Tremaine, which just
Yeah.
leaves nothing but threats and thoughts of anxiety running through Kayla's mind, because you know that
Yeah.
Tremaine for sure, no matter what, that's there.
I would honestly be playing the Maleficent and the Goat this way if. Oh, she inks it instead. Not optimal. Maybe playing Mini. Yeah, inking the Mini there and playing the Maleficent would have been better since it gives her Be Prepared better value.
Yeah. Looks like she's gonna go with the goat and the mini, probably.
I actually probably would have played the
Yeah, I
Ursula.
was thinking the Ursula too. That way, next turn you could sing that. Be prepared if things get out of hand. If it gives you a little bit more wiggle room.
And probably quest with the Tremaine. Oh, she didn't quest with the Tremaine. Huh. Okay.
So she did go up, so she's at 5 now for her lore. That's tying her up with Sean. Sean now going to play out a rabbit. Interesting on why she didn't quest that Tremaine.
Probably forgot. And passes. Didn't ink.
Okay.
Ooh, draws a snake. That's a good draw. Honestly,
Oh, and inks the snake, and I guess favors to quest for everything,
and
and
then
go
be
up by
prepared.
5, and then be prepared. I would play that Ursula. All right, so playing the be prepared does wipe the board. It's a good play. It just I feel like with the way that the board state was, she could have stand to have one more turn. But that being said, Sean had his own be prepared. She is running into the mirror. Maybe she wants to be the one that wipes that board, so that way she can, do what she needs to do after the fact. But again, personally, there's that one of the reasons why I love seeing other people play. They play a different way. I would do something different. Let's see how it plays out.
Yep. And then, unfortunately,
Kayla going
I,
down
th- I
one
think
lore.
Kayla forgot that he bounced the Lady Tremaine back to his hand.
Yeah.
So she's thinking that the Ursula's gonna stick.
Oof.
Another be prepared.
So now she has the only option is to do that play, but right now it's not going to work because that Lady Tremaine's going to come into play. So she's going to play that Ursula down. Now Sean's going to lose a lore. She's going to draw a card off of that. Lady Tremaine coming down, getting rid of that Ursula. And now with his Ursula of his own, he's going to quest for 3, bringing him up to 10. That ties up the game, and that still leaves him with all his ink to do what he needs to do. Going to go ahead and play out, going to go ahead and ink. That's going to put him at 8 ink. And I believe he passed the turn. Yes, he did. So really, I feel like Sean's playing around the be prepared for sure.
Yeah, you have to at this point. Unfortunately, I think you just be prepared.
Yeah. That's a lot of oil ink on the board right there. Yep. So we're gonna use that be prepared. Doesn't leave her much. Only 1 ink left, and she doesn't have any cards that can work with that. So most likely just gonna pass that turn over. Always be prepared. It is hard not to be prepared when you have it. That is very true. Ooh, Ursula coming down again. Bring Kayla down to 9. That gives Sean the lead and a card advantage. Putting down a mini as well. Maleficent's good here, but yeah, because I mean, you play that Lady Tremaine, you're really just getting rid of a Minnie Mouse. That kind of sucks. It's really not what you want to be seeing using that great ability on such a small, not very great character.
Yeah, you just ink the, or she's doing it anyway.
And Squageki, thank you for the subscription. 2 months. All right, let's go. Appreciate you very much. Keep it up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got Goat coming down. Kayla getting that 1 extra lore. Now we have Sean taking the turn now. Has, I think, 2 be prepareds.
And Sean going to 14.
That's going to put lethal on the board. That is going to add a little bit more threat to it as well. If you can't get through that Ursula, it's going to be bye-bye. But there is Kayla does have a Maleficent Dragon in hand to get rid of the Ursula. She have enough to be able to take him out after that, though. Because, I mean, really, that board state's pretty intimidating looking at Kayla's hand. Deciding what she wants to do here. It is a tough choice. She had a fox. She could Maui and then fox, and then that would give her another turn, but it wouldn't change too much. Really need another be prepared here.
Yeah. Really contemplating this decision.
Looking at her hand, it's either Lady Tremaine or Maui just going to concede. There's not really much path forward. That makes sense. That was an unfortunate hand. There was a couple of plays there that maybe could have gone differently that would have allowed her to have more options in her hand, and maybe that's why sometimes, using that Maleficent instead of sending her to the Inkwell, definitely good. Getting that extra card, being able to just keep that engine going. I think that she saw a very clear line to victory and forgot that mirror has just all the answers that she has. It's got the same answers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to kind of be ready for that. All right, so now we're going to get ready to go into game number 2. Oh, it looks like a Beauty and the Beast tattoo on the arm there. That's very cool. Mm-hmm. That's my girlfriend's favorite movie. And there we got a Mickey shirt. We got a Steamboat Willie shirt. There we go. A little bit of Disney shirts. Everybody's been wearing their dress casuals today. Definitely make sure I always try to go out when I go to my Lorcana events. I feel a little wrong if I'm wearing Scooby Doo or something like that. I try to stay true. I did go to my locals the other day and I wore a Marvel shirt, and they were like, "Oh, so no, you don't get the point for the Disney shirt today." And I was like, "But Disney owns Marvel," and they're like, "Yeah, points. that's not Disney. We only count like the original Disney." And I was like, "Well,
that's silly.
That doesn't really make sense to me." So.
I give the points
to
Marvel.
That's what I'm saying.
Big Disney IPs. Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to wear a Star Wars shirt next week just because. So now we're going to go into this mulligan here. Already looking like Kayla's going to run into a spell book. And that is... I am so surprised. That's the first time I've even seen that card today.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like every Ruby Amethyst should have at least one of those in there. At least one. Yep. It's so clutch.
Yeah.
You don't need it all the time, but man, when it hits so good.
You can't out it in the mirror. Mm-hmm. It sticks and continuously gives lore.
Yep. It's super powerful.
Strong start for Kayla. I see Snake in her hand too.
Yep. Ooh. Olaf for Olaf. Oh, be prepared. Drawn into that's pretty good. Decent amount of ink in her hand too. Yeah, getting rid of that crab. I do feel like that crab is usually going to be inked most times, more often than not.
I actually kind of like it in the mirror specifically.
Yeah, you take out like Maui and stuff like that. So miming back the Olaf back to her hand. Looks like Sean might be in for something similar himself. Ooh, just because it's fun, why not?
Your play was so good, I'm going to do it too.
That's so nice. Let's do it twice. And then you're going to ink that Olaf. We don't need him anymore. Served his purpose.
Probably play Spellbook.
Get it on the field. That threat is there. And then, again, I love that because she's questing. If you want to take me out, take me out. It's an even trade, but at least you got that one up on the lore. Minnie Mouse, they're going to do that trade. Now she has that evasive. So both of them kind of have their own ticking clock in the way, where evasive is harder to deal with in this deck. At least for the first few turns.
Ink the goat and then play rabbit.
She going to play rabbit or the goat?
I'd hope the rabbit. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely getting some, on the fly education in the last round on like how important the card draw and card advantages in your hand. So easily able to adapt to that, which is really good. That is gonna help her out as she goes into this. Because I believe you're saying is it her first tournament?
No. It's our first big official like 1K.
Yeah.
We play League here every week.
Gotcha.
And we sometimes go to other stores to play locally. We test at the house all day. So she's not unfamiliar to the game itself. It's just the large level of competitiveness at these 1K and bigger scale events. That's what she's getting her feet wet in now.
Definitely, and I definitely feel like there's a little bit of a difference between that local scene versus
big
people
difference.
that are here to play. And you were saying that you play locals here.
Yeah.
What day and time do you play locals here?
The league on Sundays at 12:30 p.m. Every Sunday, except for the MegaCon Sunday. We won't be here. I go here, and usually every 1K I go out to and I play in. Because I'm sponsored, I have to stay up. But I decided to commentate this one since versus Need the Help. So looks to be she's stabilizing for the most part, keeping her board kind of light. This way, when she's ready to be prepared, she doesn't lose too much.
Yep. Gonna go up now to 5 to Sean's 3. Now Sean going up to 5. Gonna go ahead and quest that evasive Minnie Mouse, almost free and clear.
1 second, chat.
All right, so now we get a couple more quests out of Sean. He's able to take out the goat, the rabbit on the other side, bringing his lore up to 6 by questing that Minnie Mouse. Now we have the answer to the evasive Minnie Mouse, the own evasive Minnie Mouse, playing a Maleficent for the card draw, and then it looks like we are one short to be able to play out that spell book. So just going to quest for 1 with the goat, bringing her up to 6, tying up the game. Looks like this is going to be a very, it's going to be a quicker version of this one. They're definitely playing it fast. Maleficent singing Friends on the other side for the 2-card draw, getting another Maleficent and a Minnie Mouse, it looks like. Questing for 2 more with Minnie Mouse. Now deciding what he wants to do with his other characters. Use that Minnie Mouse to quest, going up another one.
Probably use the crab to take out the goat. This really doesn't give too much value. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Goes for 9.
Interesting. So he's at 10 right now, and putting out that... Ooh. Okay, bringing the Minnie Mouse back. Good. Okay. It definitely has options right now to bounce certain things that I would have, used to take other things out, but I like the order that he did it in, getting the most value out of, each a character while staying just that little bit above Kayla on the lore right there. That was a pretty strong turn for him.
Yep, and then the goat got removed. Kayla goes to 7 lore, and then draws Olaf for turn, inks it. Probably questing out and playing Be Prepared. Going to 10.
And turn that 7 ink sideways. Be prepared. That's probably one of those songs where, out of all the songs, I imagine the character singing that one the most. On top of the hill, on top of the mountain, like it seems like it would be funny to see Ursula singing Be Prepared.
Yeah.
Or even just how did she get up on the mountain?
The inks, and then hard casts Friends on the other side, getting another rabbit and a Cusco, it looks like.
Plenty of card draw for Sean.
I think you do the exact same play.
Yeah. 100%.
The Tremaine doesn't. Oh, nope.
Oh,
Doesn't
interesting.
do it.
Gonna play the Tremaine out, and then play the spell.
Opens herself to
that card draw right there. With only having 2 cards in your hand, I feel like I would probably probably would have kept that, or maybe gone for that and have more options, especially seeing as Sean has like 7 in his hand almost, and then drawing more. Goat coming out, giving Sean up to 11. They are just lore for each other, and then Sean looks like he's passing.
Didn't quest with the rabbit. Interesting. Yep. Plays rabbit, draws a card. And quest for 3 goes to 14. Actually looking in a good spot.
Definitely looking good. If Sean doesn't have a be prepared, it could be just that easy right there.
Yep, doesn't look like he has it.
So he's going to get 1 lore from that goat leaving play. Kayla does still have lethal on the board.
Quest for 1, go to 13.
Oh,
Yikes.
That'll lock her down. That's unfortunate. So putting that else onto play, and then has an Olaf on the field. Well, definitely not a great thing when you're in such a...
Be prepared.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's a good card right there. That's a top deck right there. Yeah, because Kayla right there, that was rough. You know, she had such a great turn the return before. She kind of...
You got to play the be prepared. No.
Oh. Gonna go for the goat. Right.
15.
Okay.
14, 15, 18.
So Kayla is at 16 and Sean is at 13. Kayla is at 15 now. Yeah, definitely a big, strong board state on Sean's side. He can quest up to, I believe, 17 right now. 18, actually.
He can only take out the rabbit, which in turn draws Kayla a card.
Yep.
So I think he might just quest out and hope for the best.
Yep. Because right now, Kayla would have to bounce the Mim, bounce the Merlin, play the Merlin, and do the spell book in order to take it. It's a pretty tough climb. Sean deciding what he wants to do here. Gonna go ahead and it looks like turn sideways.
Or he might sing.
Oh, he's only going for quest for 2. Be prepared. Wow, I did not see that one coming. I didn't feel
Kayla
like that
goes
was
to 16 again because of the goat. And was there a rabbit too? Did she draw? Oh no, she might have missed. Oh,
There
okay,
she
good,
got it.
good girl. All right. And then that should be 2. Yep. All right.
so definitely a strong play from Sean. I really feel like he had almost a better play doing just the quest and hope for the best. That seemed like he kind of gave her an opening. Yeah, because now she's gonna have lethal on the board.
17.
Yep, so Kayla going up to 17 now. So she has lethal on the board. He already uses Be Prepared. Does he have another one?
Looks. What is that card in his hand?
Goat at the front.
Oh.
Oh,
Rabbit.
rabbit. Fox, Cusco. Okay, he's going to go up to 16, 17, it looks like.
And concession.
There we go. Kayla able to pull it out right there at the end. I mean, honestly, I feel like if Sean would have quested right there, he would have taken it. So a little bit of a misstep on Sean's part, giving Kayla a chance to come back around and get that game 3 and take it. Yep. So definitely great. All of our games today have gone to that game 3 on the stream game. So you love to see that. Definitely any kind of blowouts are just a little bit less fun. So it's great that all these matchups. Another reason why Lorcana is such a great game is these matchups are, fairly even across the board, even though, whether it's the mirror, whether it's, all these things, it has more of a chance for all these things to happen. I will say this, Ruby Amethyst definitely showing up today. It's definitely doing its thing. It's probably going to be in the top 4. I mean, we kind of expected to see that, though.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That's the thing about this game. This game isn't over in 1, 2, 3, or 4 turns. It's always a back and forth. It's always a battle skill, and it's a really fun game. It's fun and it takes skill too.
Yeah, 100%. All right, so just a minute here. We'll get this next round started. Again, just wanted to do a quick shout out to Versus Game here for putting this on. So if you guys are looking to play Lorcana yourself, come out here on Sundays for their open league. Or if you're just looking to get some cards, come check out a really cool shop. Shop around the mall while you're here. It's a really great spot. So definitely encourage you guys to come on down if you're in the Orlando, Oviedo area. And now we're going to get into that game 3 here of round 4 as our players here get their mulligans ready. Kayla looking like she's going to do a fairly hard mulligan of 4.
She opened really good. Snake, Maleficent, Teeth. All right.
Interesting. They both have. I just realized this. They both have the same color sleeves too.
Yeah.
Second matchup today we've seen with identical sleeves. One wrong slip. Didn't see how many Sean was able to mulligan on that one. I'm curious to see what he kept and what he got. Maui, mini of his own, a rabbit, possibly a fox. I think I saw a mim in there. I already got lost on Hoot's deck too right there.
It's like a very slight difference. I could see it a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit there. All right, we got Minnie Mouse coming out for turn 1 for Sean.
Yep, Ink the Dragon.
Minnie Mouse on both sides. When they say mirror match, there's a reason why. Quest for 1, bringing Sean up on the board. Another thing I've seen about both of these players is that is just about every time they are questing while doing other stuff.
Shucky darn, he didn't have the 2-drop.
And it looks like she chose and elected to ink her Teeth and Ambitions to play a Mim.
Yeah, Teeth is literally only good in this matchup for Cusco, unfortunately, and that doesn't seem to be happening anytime soon. Might as well get the ink value from it.
Yep. And so Kayla's going to go up to 1, and that's going to tie him up once again. Maleficent coming out, getting that draw.
Surprising he's not questing with the mini. In all honesty, you should be going all out for lore in the mirror. I don't value the 1-drops that high.
Nope.
Especially after this. And
yep.
Quest 1, yep.
So you're going to lose it either way.
Things are looking good for Kayla right now. Let's see which Merlin Sean decides to go at. Oh, friends on the other side. Trying to draw into, ooh, Crab. That's a good one. He could play Crab or to use the mini to take out Mim, or elect to play a 4-drop Merlin.
Yep. Now, Kayla last time had the play. She was playing first, so really gave her the advantage, and that was the advantage that Sean was rolling into the first, and now this game with. So with these decks, again, being a mirror match, it can come down to just that one turn. So, hopefully, looks like Kayla's getting that better draw, better cards coming into her hand so far. Ooh. So, you want to go ahead and ink a Mim?
Plays a rabbit, good.
Rabbit out. So we're getting a lot of card draw coming out of Kayla. Choosing then to quest for 2, bringing her up to 4.
Things are looking kind of good right now. All right. Doesn't have a lot going on Sean's board right now. It's going to 5, so could play Fidget. Yep,
Fidget's a great card to deal with that mini.
Yeah, that's when Teeth and Ambitions comes up. Maybe in all honesty, knowing that Fidget is in Sean's deck, she should have kept Teeth and Ambition.
I don't think she had any way to know that yet, though, because I don't think Fidget's come up.
He played.
Okay.
Yeah. You could play another mini. Honestly, maybe inking the Maleficent or the Maui, yeah, that's good. And then play. I'd honestly play another mini. Yep. Keep pressure going and then quest out.
So that way, even though that Fidget's going to get rid of one mini, she still has that backup in line.
All right. Yeah. It's fine. Draw a card. Crab. That's great.
Now we're gonna have that one mini down, one mini on the field. Now he just still have the fidget though; it survives, so he's able to swing again. And his own mini coming down, very good. So putting that pressure right back on her. So now he's gonna have.
So now what she can do is she can quest with the mini, use Merlin or Mim Fox to bounce back the mini, and then get rid of the Madam Mim, and then replay the mini. This way, when Sean quests with his mini on the next turn, she can play Crab to have her mini take out his mini. Let's see if she makes that line. I think honestly, ink the Yzma or the Maleficent here. Honestly, I think inking the Maleficent probably is fine. Let's see. She might actually just elect to. No, yeah, she's probably going to Yzma away the Fidget.
Oh, gonna choose to Yzma away the Minnie Mouse.
Interesting.
So I was gonna sacrifice her Minnie Mouse to that fidget. Not a bad play. I think I would have got rid of the fidget since they're both evasive. At least I know then that like they can't kill me right away. But I think she doesn't want him with that ability to quest.
Yeah. Yeah, she as long as she keeps up the lore race, then
Does give Sean a little bit of card advantage. Looking like he has a full hand of either 6 or 7.
yeah, she's trying to bait him into be prepared, I think.
And then Ursula coming on down. So now he can sing Be Prepared, which is the best way to use it. So Kayla's going to go down 1 lore, and he gets to draw another card off that, and then quest for 2, bringing him up to 5. Now he has a lot of lore on the board too.
So what you can do is you can quest with the Yzma here, bounce it back with the Fox, and then Fox go into Maleficent, and then play Goat. Yep, quest for 2. She might just be prepared.
It's probably the likely.
In testing, she has the tunnel vision with be prepared right there.
Yep.
Yep. That's
Be
fine.
prepared
That's
for
fine.
sure.
It's fine.
So that clears Sean's board. Kayla has double his score right now, so it is going to be a close one because Sean now has his own board wipe mechanic waiting in the winds. Drawing a Tremaine is great.
I think I see a Surfer Mini right there.
He's going to go ahead and ink. Giving him 4 ink left.
Yep.
And playing that evasive mini. Great card. Loving to see her finally get some action.
Oh, another Goat. All right, so at this point, she can start Goat looping.
Gonna go ahead and ink that crab.
She might just do double Goat.
And use 4 for at least 1 goat. Now getting that extra lore, putting her up to 11. Could definitely put the other goat on play, so that way if a Be Prepared does happen, she is looking real good. It looks like that's what she's going to do. So going up to 12 now with 2 goats, so if a Be Prepared, that will help her out a little bit. It won't hurt her too much, but she only has 1 card in hand, so she's running low. That gas tank is looking like it's getting close to E.
It looks like he might be firing off a Be Prepared. Sean goes to 8.
Yep, questing with both. Gonna play a Lady Tremaine.
Oh, interesting. Kayla goes to 13.
And now playing an Olaf as well.
Oh, this is fantastic. So now she has 8. So you quest with Merlin, use Fox to take out Rabbit, and then just replay the Merlin.
Is she going to try to play the Tremaine?
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a good play. So just playing the Tremaine, it's just going to get rid of Olaf. It doesn't really do anything. And that just gives like his he got rid of, okay. Well, he got rid of the goat, but again, just to give him another card.
Yeah, bouncing the Goat would have been better.
Yeah.
Kayla goes to 14.
Yep, definitely. Because now she's vulnerable to the be prepared, whereas before she would have benefited from it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he has to be prepared pretty much. I mean, like realistically, he's so close to the end right here. It just makes the most sense. He goes up by 5. He goes to 13. He has a white board. He still has another Tremaine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like that's what's gonna happen.
Quest for 5.
Goes to 13. And
It's got to be prepared, right? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to let her get another round of questing off when you have it.
he's looking at the Tremaine. What in the world?
I don't understand that one at all. He gets another card, plays
What?
a goat, goes up to 14.
That's not real. That's not real.
So he's getting
Goes to
prepared. So what
17.
he's going to do is he's going to quest out and he's going to be right at it, and then he's going to be prepared himself and win by that. That's what he's hoping for. So he's just hoping that she doesn't have the stuff to stop him before then.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. She's one off.
Yep.
One off. Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean
14,
that's an
15,
interesting play,
16,
but he's still. I
17,
feel like it's not a
20.
bad play because he still has it right there. That actually is lethal, and she doesn't see it as lethal possibly, and that could be huge for him.
I mean, it's not super lethal yet.
He is at 7 right now on board.
So what she can do is she quests with Merlin.
Yep.
And then Fox takes out the Tremaine. The Tremaine takes out Olaf. And then she's still somewhat protected. He needs to have like a way to bounce the goat as well.
He could be prepared it away.
No, it needs to be a bounce because he needs to play it on the next turn.
All right, so Kayla looks like she's about to make her move. The goat is going to do a dance. All right, so Lady Tremaine
nope.
is going to quest for 2.
No,
They're at 16.
the Merlin takes out the Olaf.
Not the Tremaine?
No, because the Fox can take out the Tremaine.
I feel, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Merlin takes out Olaf. No. That's not right.
So the Merlin taking out the Tremaine there. Definitely what does that leave? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that would be game. She doesn't see. I don't think she sees the Merlin as lethal. Okay, well that at least stops lethal.
We should draw Sneak.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
put that Ursula down. It does give. I mean, someone's. Just like I said before, it can come down to one turn. We're really looking at what that's going to be like right here for this one.
So is it 14, 15, 16, 17, 18? It's 18.
Yep.
A bounce card wins.
I think he has it. He's going to have to be prepared, and he's just. He doesn't have anything to play on top of that. Yep. All right, so that's going to put him at 19. That means that she's going to have to Merlin bounce Merlin.
She draws a goat. It's actually game.
Oh, sorry.
She's at 8. Oh, no, she's at 8 ink.
Yep.
Yeah, she had inked last turn, then a goat top deck would be it. Yzma. No, that's not good.
No, that's.
You just gotta play the Yzma and pass.
Doesn't get any value off the Yzma, and then
Yep,
there's
that's
the
game.
goat. Oh, really
Dang,
close
that
one,
was
honestly.
Grinder.
And just like earlier, I mean, it really came down to that matchup: who was on the draw, who was on the play.
Yeah.
Because that mirror match was so close. Each one of those was very, very tough, very, very close games. Great job. I know you might have favored one of the people that's a little bit more, but she did great. I think that was a really, a really strong showing out that a few things that could have possibly helped.